Greetings, old man. I am a wandering hero in search of a quest.
Oh, thank the gods you've arrived. I am Jamie, and I need someone to deliver this letter to my old friend Nigel.
I can do this for you, Jamie. Tell me, where does your friend live? Across the electric mountain? Through the terrifying marsh? Maybe he's miles away across a vast ocean.
Oh, it's been many years since we spoke. We've all but lost touch. I remember him wearing a blue hat and standing by the blacksmith's shop.
A blue hat by a blacksmith's shop. Never fear, Jamie. I will journey around all the cities in the land. I will travel from town to village and search every blacksmith shop and every blue hat until I find your friend. I will never stop until this letter is... Is it the guy over there?
Oh, Nigel, how fate has torn us apart. Will I ever speak to my old friend again?
You Nigel? I am, traveller. How can I help? He's 20 feet away.
A friendship lost to time.
I can see him from here.
Forever fated to be apart.
You could shout to him right now.
How cruel it is to lose track of one's companion.
Nigel!
Yeah?
Do you remember Jamie?
Yeah, I know Jamie. I've actually got a letter for him I need someone to deliver.
Look over here.
Oh my god, Jamie! Thank you for reuniting us. You truly are a valiant hero.
Hi everybody, just before we start, I want to talk about another fetch quest. I just got an email from the designer, and they're going to be changing the title slightly. So it's going to go from another, fetch quest to just another fetch quest. The reason being is twofold. First of all, in a search, this is going to be really hard to find. So if you're looking for this game in a store or BGG, how do you look that up and try to remember what the symbols are? Secondly, on review, they've said, well, that kind of indicates something negative perhaps to some people. I don't. I personally think it's kind of cute. So I am going to leave it in my videos. But keep in mind that it is going to change once the Kickstarter is live. So you may be seeing this during the Kickstarter, and if I refer to it as another effing quest or another quest, you'll know why. That's all. Let's get down and take a look at this game. Hi, my name is Harry Jacobs, and I am the North of 60 Gamer, and welcome. Today we are going to be looking at a upcoming Kickstarter, or perhaps if you're looking at the moment, a Kickstarter is already there. You're looking at this and learning how to play this game of another fetch quest. I don't know how to pronounce that without being rude. Let's just say another F asterisk ing fetch quest. It's a game of wits, wagers, and dirty deeds in the village of Dorp. So we're going to go down to the table. We're going to take a look at what's in this box. This is a prototype. So everything you're going to see is a prototype, and art and rules may be a bit different when the Kickstarter campaign kicks off. So let's get down to the table. I saw this when I had the opportunity, and I saw I like quests, and this looked like a lot of fun in terms of what you were trying to do. Again, this is a prototype, so it is a bunch of cards. We got some tokens here. We got some dice. There's a job board. I understand there's a job board, and then you will take quests off the job board. There we have character cards. So we have different characters. Here we are. We have character cards. Loot Suit Larry. Wow, if that's not a satire. Loot Suit Larry. Ah, yes. Old Leisure Suit Larry had apparently an ancestor in fantasy. Here are the rules on the bottom. I have not looked at the rules yet. We have dice. We have tokens. We have the notice board. There's your loot and your quests. Well, let's just see what these quests say. We have our quests. I'm kind of curious to what the quests are. Here we are. Haggle with a fishmonger for a barrel of sardines. Help with local advertising. Trade for wagon wheels. So this game is making fun of those typical quests you find in MMOs. Go over here and get 6 flowers and bring it back so I can make a potion, and I'll give you some experience in a potion. Or go off and, talk to an orc and be friends with him.
Warcraft 2. Dude, we're done. We're sick of getting killed all the time. Guys, when things look bad, you can't just give up on the world of Warcraft. We don't have a choice, dude. That guy killed our characters 14 times. I have a solution, you guys. That guy can kill us so easily because he's a super high level, right? But if we were super high level too, we can't get to a higher level because that dude doesn't let us finish quests. That's why we need to just log in and stay in the forest, killing boars. Boars? There's lots of computer-generated boars in Warcraft that die with just one blow. Dude, boars are only worth 2 experience points apiece. Do you know how many we would have to kill to get up 30 levels? Yes. 65,340,285. Which should take us 7 weeks, 5 days, 13 hours, and 20 minutes, giving ourselves 3 hours a night to sleep. What do you say, guys? You can just hang outside in the sun all day tossing a ball around, or you can sit at your computer and do something that matters.
This is a 2 to 7 player game, 11 and up, 30 to 45 minutes. The artwork is tongue-in-cheek, obviously. Here's the back of the box. It is prototype. I don't know if this is not a serious game. Obviously, it's meant to be as a filler. So, in a moment, we're going to take a look at the components a little closer, and we're going to set this up and kind of walk through the rules for you. So here we are down at the table looking at the components. First, we're going to start with our character sheets. Each character comes with 3 stats: combat, negotiation, and hustle. We are going to be playing with these 3. That's why they're set apart. Sorciana the Mediocre, Zeno, Warrior Prince, and Floto Rasselchops. He is the Apprentice Burglar. And they all have unique stats as well as a special ability. And we're certainly going to talk more about that special ability when we get into the game. The rest will go into the box, including Loot Suit Larry. I hope these will be a little thicker in the production, because right now they're a little thin. They're just regular old cardstock. A little thicker. I don't think they need to be cardboard. They're also a little oversized. I checked them out, so they're a little bigger than the normal size that you might find in a tiny epic. Next is the rules, of course, and we'll look at the rules a little closer when we need to. I'll flash up little bits and pieces of it. We have our notice board. The notice board is actually going to go between the players as we play, and the person who has the notice board is going to actually pick up 3 quests, take a look at them. I got 4. Take a look at the quests, discard one, put the rest on here. And then depending on their stats, may say, I want to do a fetch quest. And the next person will say, I don't think so. And they're going to add more quests. And so what will happen is, as we go along, we're going to accumulate more quests on this board until somebody says, yeah, go for it. And then you'll be looking at it, how am I going to do this? Because the numbers here will be added up together. Now, right now, we only have one single color here, but this basically would be like 12 plus a 1 die 6. So this could be up to 18, and you can see nobody has 18 here. Now, one of the ways to mitigate those larger numbers, of course, is by collecting loot. At the beginning of the turn, there is a loot phase in which everybody's going to collect 1 loot card. You can have a maximum of 3 loot cards in your hands, and they will have different special abilities like adding 2 to hustle, or rolling a dice, or eliminating a card, and that's how that works. Here are our check marks. If you pass the quest, you will pick up a quest check mark for your card. Woohoo! Collect 3 of them, and you're the big winner. Failure quest, get an X. Collects 3 of them, you're eliminated. Now, in a multiplayer game, that means you will slowly bring it down to 2 people if everybody's just working to screw the other guy over, or the first person to 3 check marks actually wins the game. We have our dice here that will supplement our rolls, like a 1d6, like right here where it says 1d6. And the 1d6 will supplement our roll on the loot cards. So we're going to set up this game. We're going to simulate a 3-player game in order to just show you the rules really, really quickly. So here we are. We've got this game set up. It took about 5 minutes to take these components from where you saw it in the last segment to right here. So this game sets up in 5 minutes. The cards actually have a nice feel and a nice finish for a prototype. So I really like that. The cardboard counters are actually a laser cut and they're very good quality. I assume they're going to be cardboard. The dice are your standard six-sided dice that I can find anywhere, including my magical bag of dice. The first player is going to be Flodo Razzlechops, and the game is going to move to the left each turn. So the first thing that we do is each player is going to get 2 loot cards to start. After they take that loot card, the first thing is the loot phase. And then we're going to give each player another loot card, just like that. And that is it for that phase. Once the loot phase is over, it becomes the wager phase. So what's going to happen is Flodo, and we're going to play from the perspective of Flodo, is going to pick up 3 quest cards. And then we're going to look at them because we're playing Flodo and you're going to help me. And you can see the cards. He has to make a decision. Now Flodo is pretty good with red and not very good with negotiation, but good with strength. He probably feels that he's got enough to basically do this. So he's going to put him face down. And those are the kind now, early on, because this is a push your luck game, Flodo now will say, I want to go on a fletch quest. Zeno and Sorciana have the ability to say, oh, heck no. Because they know with 2 cards down, it's pretty reasonable to expect that Flodo is going to be able to fulfill that quest. Now we only take 1 loot card per round, but there is 3 turns. So Zeno now, or Zeno, yes. I want to say Xena, of course, but Zeno is going to take 3 cards. Now, does he have a special ability? He can draw 4 quest cards. 3. That's his special ability of drawing 4 quest cards. Zeno decides that these are the 4 quest cards that he's going to put down, and these are the 2 that are going to go. Whoops. These are the 2 that are going to go into the quest. Sorciana will do the same thing. She will pick up 3 cards. 1, 2, and 3. And put them on the job board. And will then discard the 1 quest. And Sorciana will say, I want to go on a fetch quest. He looks at her stats and says he's pretty low in strength. Flodo says, I challenge you. So right away what we do is we're going to take all our cards and we're going to lay them out in a tableau. So we can see that there's 3 and the stat is 7. We've passed that. 4 plus 1d plus 1. So we're going to roll a die. 6 plus 1 is 11. Oh my gosh, just passed. So we're actually going to have 11 on this card. And then we have a die, 1 die 6 plus 1. So we have a 3. So what Sorciana is going to do is she's going to go in and check her loot card. And let's check it together here. And basically, we've already passed that because we know that's a 3. We know that's a 3. And we know we have 11 here. And we have a stat of 10. So all she has to do is damsels for dummies. And she passes the fetch quest. And that is all there is to that the game. This continues again and again until, as we said, we get 3 check marks or you get eliminated by 3 X's. But that is the basic game of Not Another Fetch Quest. So that is basically how a round goes. What would happen after that would be the notice board would switch down to the next person. Everybody would take a loot card. what would happen is that because the Floto and Zeno has got 4 cards, they would both have to discard down to 3. You can see I have picked up a new card, so I'm going to keep this one because it's kind of a nice one to have. Add a D6 of any, add a D6 of red, and discard a Hustle. So we're just going to get rid of that. And Zeno has decided that they're just going to get rid of that one as well. I think the best thing, though, is that everything should be face down, only so that, you know, you don't get an idea. Then at this point, Zeno would just pick up... Special Zeno may draw 4 quest cards. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So Zeno has picked up 4 quest cards, and Zeno has to make that decision again of what they're going to keep. At this point, Zeno is going to put these 2 on the board, put these 2 in the discard, and says, I'm going to go on a fetch quest. And of course, there's only 2 cards there. There's just no way that Sorciana or Flo is going to let them do that. Sorciana goes, no way you're going to do that. It comes over to Sorciana at this point. Sorciana is going to take up 3. 1, 2, and 3. And she's going to make that same decision. Sorciana is going to put the 2 onto the board and 1 here. It comes over to Floto, since Floto is there. Now, I have been playing Floto quite wrong. Floto should actually have had 2 loot cards. So in theory, Floto would have taken 2 loot cards and then put 1 away. So keep in mind that I'm really bad at the special abilities, but he has that special ability that I have not been taking advantage of. But however, 1, 2, and 3, he's going to look at them. They're all fire quests. The 1d6 he really likes. His red isn't that good, but it's not his best trait. But most everybody has a good trait, a mediocre trait, and a blech trait. There is one character who is 6 across the board. So 1d6 plus 1, he likes that to put in the pile. So he's going to go, I'm going to put that in. He says, I want to go on a fetch quest. Well, everybody kept in mind that said, the last time it was a pretty easy fetch quest after that. So they decided to let it go. And now we've got that extra one on the board. Now the first thing we're going to do is... Sociana is going to pick up 2 quests. Actually 3 quests. 2 and 3. And she's going to keep 2 of them. She's decided to keep these 2 and put that one in the discard. And she declares, I want to go on a fetch quest. Now they all smile and say, yeah, go ahead this time, smarty pants. Because they know now there's an extra set of cards there. So we're going to basically do the same thing again. We're going to take our quest cards and we're going to lay them out. We'll just move them out of the way. 3, 3, 2, 1 die 6. Oh, the blue, a red, and another blue. Oh. So there's absolutely no green here. This plays right into Sorciana's strength, but it's 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. And we have 1, 2, 3, and we're going to roll a dice. 5. Oh my. So we have 1 die plus 6, so we have 6, 7, 8, 9. Her 4, that is her weakness. So we gotta go. Tatiana takes a look at her cards and sees what she can do here. So Tatiana has a couple of options. So let's just look and see what she's going to do first. First thing she can do is discard 1 strength card from the notice board. Well, 1 die 6, gone. She has 3 here, 4 here. We have got that. We still have 12 here. 1, 2, 3, 9, 10, 11, 12. We can add 2. Makes it 12. Tatiana goes. That's great. Another question. She smiles knowingly to herself that she has planned correctly. This is how the game is played. Simple as that. Lots of fun. Push your luck. I think in a 6 or 7 player, you'd probably go around for a couple more turns. But we certainly wanted to expose the cards and just get you going in how this game is actually played. So that is as simple as the game is. Let's whip up for some final thoughts on not another Dutch quest, and let's talk about the game itself. So, what did I think of the game itself? Now, of course, it's hard to simulate a multiplayer game just by myself, and I just wanted to show you how the rules work in terms of how it all kind of fits together. And I think the couple of rounds there shows you how simple and easy this game is. And I'm going on vacation. I'm going to Greece in a few months with my wife and some of my family. And this is a game I would take. This is the perfect kind of game I think I would be sitting around in a bar, and as I make new friends on this trip, I would pull this out and say, let's play a game. And let me teach you how this goes. And I think this would be an absolute riot in a bar setting or a family setting. This is very much a family-friendly game. My kids love this type of games. They love Uno. This game would be probably fit really into that. Take that, because they would love to just pile stuff on and then just nail Grandpa. And this is the kind of game that would allow them to do that, and they would, believe me, they would. There are some alternative play modes. So down here, I will say there are some alternative play modes down here in the rules. And I'll get you a little better picture of that and flash that up for you. So there's a backstab mode, a cutthroat mode, and I don't mind losing friends mode. Talking about, well, you can choose your friends, but you can't choose your family. That's what I said. My grandkids would go after me like no tomorrow. First of all, the rules. The rules are wonderful, very quick to understand, not a lot to it. I enjoyed the rules. There's a little bit on what's going on. It's well described in terms of what the different components are here. There's a bit of an overview here, which is wonderful. This describes all the various components that are in there. Then playing the game, the set up and play the game. Very, very quick, very, very easy. Everything is easy to understand. Even if you were playing with a younger kid who really couldn't read that well, you could help them through that with the iconology. Not a problem with the colors, and very good colors. I don't think there would pose a problem because it's not only colors that are bright and vibrant, but also, it has different shapes to help somebody who might be a little bit on the colorblind side, though I don't think any of these colors would clash, but I can't say that for sure, not being colorblind itself. The components, if the components are as good as what I have here, I am fine with that. The cards, these cards are wonderful. I think I'm a compulsive sleever, so normally I would sleeve cards. I don't always do that for prototypes, but there's a nice weight on these cards, so if you're a sleever or not a sleever, the weight on the cards aren't a problem. The tiles are nice. These will probably be standard, but if they stick to this thickness or the 2 millimeter or slightly thicker 3 or 4 millimeter, you're going to be fine here. This board is wonderful. Like it. Hopefully that'll be like the size. As I mentioned earlier, I would like to see the actual playing cards maybe just a touch thicker, but that is not a not a showstopper by any means. Overall, I'm going to give this game 2 thumbs up. I really liked it. I think it's a great family game. I think it's a gateway filler game that would be a lot of fun. Family, friends, somebody who's not a modern board gamer would probably love it, because this is really a little bit more traditional, you know, on the lines of those old maid Uno set collecting type games. And it is absolutely wonderful. I believe it's out on Kickstarter. I will put the link down there if it is. I'm not sure what the price is at the moment. I will link that as well somewhere in this video as I edit it. I would say that this game would probably, if I was going to be a Kickstarter and a game like this with the cards, you're looking at, depending on the quality of the components and stretch goals, I'd say between $30 and $40 US, give or take. Again, it depends what else is coming in this game, but I would say that $30 to $40 would be about right priced for this, for my own personal taste. And yes, I would back this. Anyway, if you like what you see and like what you've heard today, please think about hitting the thumbs up, so just show a little appreciation. Subscribe. I would appreciate you joining the community. Be part of what goes on here. Be part of what goes on here. And it just shows a little appreciation to the work that I put into these videos. Looking like an old man with it going down like that. Appreciate what I put into these videos. And it just shows a little love. And of course, notifications. If you have any comments, please put them below. Very, very much love comments. If you want to catch up with me, please try to find me. I'm on Board Game Revolution, Board Game for Runs, everything board games, solo board gamers, the board game groups, many, many other gaming groups. I want to thank you for joining me. We will see you next time. I am Harry Jacobs, and I am the North of 60 Gamer. I'm just going to break in here. I was just emailing back and forth to Michael Wallace, one of the designers of the game. I just thought about a extra option for adults only. So if you got kids watching, shoo them out of the room. But not another fetch quest, the drinking game. Sitting in a bar with your friends on that nice Greek cruiser at your home or on your kitchen table with friends who didn't bring their cars. If you fail a quest, you drink. If you're successful, everybody else drinks. So now we've designed not another fetch quest, the drinking game. Let's go for it.